In today's fast-paced world, where corporate ladders stretch endlessly and distractions multiply at every turn, many women have learned to measure men differently than in the past. No longer are they simply impressed by wealth alone, flashy possessions, or loud displays of masculinity. What resonates deeply, especially with modern businesswomen who navigate high-stakes environments daily, is a man's ability to demonstrate mastery over himself, his emotions, his impulses, and yes, even his seed. Women respect men who can govern their desires rather than be governed by them, because in that discipline lies a reflection of reliability, focus, and leadership. Consider Emma, a 34-year-old executive at a global consulting firm. She has seen countless men walk into the boardroom with bravado, only to crumble under pressure when deals got tough. To her, self-mastery is not abstract, it's the clearest predictor of whether a man can stand steady in chaos. And when she encounters a man who practices semen retention, even without him ever naming it, she senses the difference. His eyes hold longer, his handshake steadier, his energy less frantic. This unspoken aura communicates what words cannot. Here is a man who owns himself, and therefore can be trusted. Emma's story illustrates the modern lens through which women perceive men. She recalls a colleague, Daniel, who had always been considered average. He wasn't the tallest or the loudest, nor did he dress in the sharpest suits. But over time, Emma noticed something magnetic about him. He didn't chase validation in meetings, he didn't fidget with his phone, and he carried a calm authority that made clients lean in when he spoke. Curious, Emma invited him to coffee one day. Their conversation wandered from work to life, and Daniel quietly revealed that for over a year he had been practicing semen retention. He explained how it sharpened his focus, gave him energy to pursue fitness before work, and allowed him to channel what was once wasted into professional excellence. Emma was stunned not because she had never heard the term, but because she suddenly connected the dots between his discipline and his presence. In a world where most men were distracted, Daniel radiated intensity. As a woman navigating billion-dollar negotiations, Emma respected that in him more than she respected men with corner offices but scattered minds. This respect goes beyond admiration. It taps into something primal. Women, especially ambitious ones, have no time for instability. They seek men who provide emotional steadiness, not constant turbulence. Retention fosters exactly that. Instead of being ruled by fleeting urges, a man harnesses his energy to fuel ambition, health, and purpose. Imagine the contrast. A man who stays up scrolling through shallow distractions versus one who wakes at dawn to hit the gym, reads before work, and enters meetings fully charged. To Emma, and countless women like her, the second man is irresistible, not only as a partner, but as an ally in life. She once dated a man who was brilliant on paper, Harvard graduate, high-paying finance job, but his lack of self-control ruined everything. He was impulsive, reactive, and constantly restless. It felt like being with a boy trapped in a man's body, she recalls. That relationship ended quickly. Later, with Daniel, she noticed something different. He didn't need constant stimulation. He wasn't swayed by trivial distractions, and his ability to stay composed in silence gave her peace. Respect is born in these subtleties, in the way a man's self-mastery stabilizes not only himself, but those around him. What makes this relevant in modern times is the sheer intensity of daily life. Businesswomen today carry enormous weight, deadlines, travel schedules, competition, and personal aspirations. When such a woman meets a man who has mastered his seed, she recognizes him as someone who can shoulder responsibility without collapsing. Retention cultivates a magnetic presence because it rewires priorities. Energy once wasted is now directed into building, creating, and leading. Emma often tells her peers that attraction is not about abs or cars, it's about energy. You can feel when a man is depleted, she says, and you can feel when he's overflowing with control and vitality. Daniel eventually became more than a colleague. He became Emma's partner, and she credits much of their harmony to his discipline. She respects him, not because he told her what he practiced, but because he showed her through his actions. He didn't need to prove himself through noise. His presence proved it. And in a world where superficiality runs rampant, women like Emma deeply admire the rare men who embody substance. Many guys desire to be respected by women, yet they do things that make them unappealing and unworthy of respect. Women will never respect a man who isn't self-assured. They want a strong, self-assured leader, not a weak, timid follower. A real man knows his worth and isn't afraid to show it. He doesn't try to please others or seek their approval because he is confident in his own abilities. This is what it means to master your seed. And this is why women respect men who do. There are 3 reasons why women respect men who master their seed. No. 1. Mastering your seed makes you more appealing to women. You become more interesting and attractive to women when you master your seed. Why? Because it shows that you are in control of yourself and that you have the self-discipline to delay gratification. You are no longer at the mercy of your desires and impulses. Instead, you are able to harness them and use them to your advantage. As a result, women see you as a man with drive and ambition, a man who can take charge and lead. And these are qualities that are highly appealing to women. Women want a man who can satisfy their physical needs, but they also want a man who can satisfy their emotional and intellectual needs. A man who has mastered his seed is a man who can do all of that. He is a man who is confident in himself and his abilities. He is a man who knows what he wants in life and is willing to work hard to achieve it. He is a man who is not afraid to take risks and step out of his comfort zone. He is a man who is constantly evolving and improving. That is why women love men who have mastered their seed. Many guys get flustered by women and lose their cool. They may even go so far as to lie to themselves and say things like, "I don't even like her." The truth is that most guys desire to be desired by women. It is only natural. Women are drawn to confident men, while insecure men are turned off by them. Women will never respect a man who isn't self-assured. They want a strong, self-assured leader, not a weak, timid follower. When you master your seed, you exude confidence. You know what you want and aren't afraid to go after it. You do not let others dictate how you feel about yourself because you are secure in your own worth. Women can't help but respect a man who is so sure of himself. They want to be with a man who is certain of himself and his goals in life. They want a man who is distracted by every pretty face, and who waver in his purpose, regardless of who is around. That is why women respect men who master their seed. No. 2. Mastering your seed gives you an advantage in life. Mastering your seed means that you have control over your emotions and that you are not easily triggered or manipulated. You are able to stay calm and focused even in difficult situations. And this is an advantage that you can use in all areas of your life, especially in business and in relationships. In business, for example, you are able to make rational decisions even when under pressure, which is something that many businessmen struggle with. You are not swayed by the latest trends or fads, and you are able to stick to your long-term vision even when things get tough. This is what it means to be a true leader, and this is why women respect men who have mastered their seed. Women want a man who is in charge, a man who can take charge and lead. They want a man who is easily influenced by others or who is afraid to make decisions. They want a man who is confident in his own abilities and who knows where he is going in life. That is why women respect men who master their seed. As a man, you have the ability to shape your own destiny. No one else can do it for you. You are the only one who can take charge of your life and create the future you want. It is up to you to decide what you want to achieve in life and what kind of impact you want to make on the world. Don't waste your potential on meaningless pursuits. Invest it in yourself and in the things that truly matter to you. Potential within you is a powerful force that can be used to create positive change in your life and in the lives of others. So don't waste it. Use it wisely. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or can't do. Believe in yourself and your own ability to succeed. Have faith in your own journey and trust that everything will work out for the best. Don't be afraid to take risks and step outside of your comfort zone. That is where the greatest growth and the most exciting adventures lie. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Face your challenges, head in, and conquer them. And above all, remember that you are not alone. You have a support system of friends, family, and mentors who believe in you and want to help you succeed. Tap into that support system whenever you need it. Don't be afraid to ask for help or advice. And most importantly, don't give up on your dreams. Hold on to them tightly and work tirelessly to make them a reality. Your potential is a gift to be cherished and nurtured. Use it wisely and you will reap the rewards for years to come. 3. Mastering your seed makes you more successful. You become more successful in all areas of your life when you master your seed. Why? Because it demonstrates that you are in control of yourself and that you have the self-discipline to delay gratification. You are no longer at the mercy of your desires and impulses. Instead, you are able to harness them and use them to your advantage. As a result, you are more effective in achieving your goals and living the life you desire. Many people nowadays live in a manner that is completely contrary to this principle. They are ruled by their urges and impulses, and they are constantly seeking immediate gratification. This often leads to poor choices and a life that is far from fulfilling. However, those who master their seed are able to rise above this and live a life on their own terms. They are the ones who are in control, and they use this power to create the life they want. In today's society, there is a lot of emphasis placed on being cool and laid back. However, this attitude can often lead to a lack of direction and a failure to achieve one's full potential. When you master your seed, you become more driven and ambitious. You are no longer content with just going with the flow. Instead, you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve and you work tirelessly to make it happen. Women notice this drive and ambition, and they are naturally drawn to it. They want to be with a man who is going somewhere in life, not just someone who is coasting along. When you master your seed, you become more disciplined and you are able to delay gratification and focus on what really matters. Women love a man who is in control of himself. They want a man who is confident and sure of himself, not someone who is easily swayed by temptation. When you master your seed, you become more confident and self-assured. You know your worth, and you are not afraid to show it. Women want a man who is confident, not cocky or arrogant. And when you master your seed, you exude the right kind of confidence. It is possible to succeed without being ruthless, but it is difficult. Being ruthless may sometimes be necessary. Not everyone will understand or appreciate your efforts. There will be people who will try to bring you down or take advantage of you. But if you are willing to put in the work and make the sacrifices, you can achieve your goals. You must be willing to walk away from people and things that are not beneficial to you. This may be difficult, but it is necessary if you want to succeed. You must be willing to take risks and step outside of your comfort zone. This may be scary, but it is necessary if you want to grow and succeed. You must be willing to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. This may be challenging, but it is essential if you want to achieve your goals. Being ruthless can be beneficial in achieving success, but it is not the only path. There are other ways to be successful without being ruthless. For example, you could be compassionate and empathetic towards others. By understanding and caring about the struggles of others, you can find motivation to help them succeed. You can use this compassion as fuel to drive your ambition and achieve your goals. Alternatively, you could be patient and persistent in your efforts. Instead of resorting to ruthlessness, you could focus on honing your skills and working hard to achieve your objectives. Being patient and persistent can lead to success as well. Ultimately, the decision of how to achieve success is up to you. While being ruthless may be one approach, it is not the only path. There are other ways to be successful, and it is up to you to find what works best for you. By mastering your seed, you will become more successful in all areas of your life. This is because you will be in control of yourself and your actions, which will lead to better decision-making and a life that is more fulfilling and successful. If you agree with the points I made in this video, let me know in the comments. For more videos on mastering your seed, check out some other videos here. Thank you for watching. For those looking to achieve greatness, like the video and subscribe for more. We upload multiple times per week.